FX Luminaire is an industry-leading manufacturer of landscape and architectural lighting products. Our goal is to help designers bring their vision to life.
Hi everyone, I'm James Helms, Product Manager for FX Luminaire. Today you're looking at our FX production facility, where you're going to see us make uplights, path lights, and other fixtures through the different machining processes, powder coating, as well as final assembly. Let's go take a look. This is one of our CNC machines, and CNC stands for Computer Numeric Control. What this machine does is it takes solid brass and aluminum bars and mills them down to different parts. All those parts are responsible for most of the lights that we make. Now the process starts over here in the hopper, and what the hopper does is it takes solid brass, billet, and aluminum and feeds it into the machine to start the process.
FX lights are made with premium materials such as 304 stainless steel, 6061 T6 aluminum alloy, C36000, and brass. Each bar feeder can hold between 8 and 25 metal rods at one time, depending on the diameter of the rod. The bars are loaded directly into the CNC machine for milling. The CNC machines are accurate down to 1/10,000th of an inch. Most FX LED lights are designed and built with heat sink features to keep the boards cool, increasing the life of the board over its 10-year warranty. The CNC machine is programmed to run automatically and can use 12 different tools for each program to cut the bars into various components of most FX lights. The machines eject each part after completion and automatically feeds additional material to continue manufacturing parts. All chips and unused metal is meticulously collected via moving conveyors and then recycled.
So now I'm going to show you our zinc die casting machine. Now this machine is mainly our uplight machine, so it actually makes parts out of zinc, solid zinc blocks, and it melts them down and pushes them into a mold. This is a knuckle for one of our uplights. As you can see, it still needs to be deburred, and then when it's finally done, it'll have a powder coat finish over it.
During each cycle, the metal is forced into the mold cavity and allowed to cool for several seconds. Then the mold is opened and the part is ejected via ejector pins. The mold is then closed and the process is repeated.
So now let's take a look at our tumble and deburr machine. What this machine does is it takes off all the sharp edges from our die casting and our CNC machine, but it also gives a nice smooth finish to the entire piece.
All die casted parts are deburred and polished. In most cases, aluminum parts are anodized as well, providing a double layer of protection when combined with the powder coat finish.
These are some of the parts for our lights before they've been powder coated. What will happen now is they'll be put on the line, go through a cleaning process, and then through a hand powder coating process.
A moving conveyor transfers all parts throughout the entire powder coat process. A finish is only as good as how well the surface was pre-treated. We go the extra mile on aluminum fixtures to put an extra anodization coat over the top of the aluminum before we even powder coat it, so you have a double layer of protection from moisture, scratch resistance, and UV.
Now that the parts have been cleaned through a phosphor bath process, now they're going to go around through the line and actually be hand powder coated before they're finished.
Powder coating is a dry coating process to protect metal from corrosion. Various colors are offered to provide a seamless integration into landscaping. All parts are cured for between 10 and 30 minutes, depending on the size of the part, powder coat color, and texture. After curing and a couple minutes to cool, the parts are ready for assembly.
Let's take a look at our metal mating machine. Now what this does is it's specifically for our path lights, and it puts together the 3 pieces to make our path light riser. We don't use any glue, and we don't use any fasteners. Let me show you how it's done.
We designed and developed this machine to make this process a lot easier and also a lot more efficient to push the brass into the copper. And that's what allows us to not use fasteners or any sort of glue.
So after we put the pieces together in the path light mating machine, now we have to hand polish them. We hand polish the pieces actually together. So you can see that he's putting together the brass as well as the copper, and he's polishing them at the same time, so that way the look is the same throughout the entire piece.
Most copper and brass components are polished prior to assembly and packaging. All handlers and assemblers use gloves to prevent oils from causing the metal to patina too early.
Now that we've completed deburring and powder coating, our products are ready to go over to assembly.
All LED lights are tested twice before leaving the manufacturing plant. Every LED board is individually tested to pass the required specifications. Every LED actually has quite a bit of code in it, and we actually check that code a few times to make sure that it's all in there properly. So it's not simply just a light turning on and off, there's actually a lot more going on in there. The lens process is really actually quite difficult. It takes a lot of skill to lay down the silicone and then drop on the lens. You have to put a proper speed on the bead of silicone and then the proper pressure, and then they actually have to go into drying. So it takes quite a bit of skill to do it.
The next part of LED assembly is optics assembly. So each separate fixture will get its own optics package with a reflector as well as a set of filters and a frosted lens. They'll each get a label, then they'll get the wires wrapped and individually tested on a testing machine separately. They'll get a lens cap, a protective bag, and then they'll go out for shipping.
From a product development standpoint, FX Luminaire has purposefully developed the infrastructure and technology to design and build any product we envision. FX fixtures are built using the highest quality materials that will handle all the elements. FX offers many different colors and finishes to provide a seamless integration into any landscape design. Using premium materials ensures FX lights can handle outdoor elements and last the lifetime of your home.